Can you just ping who's got the link to Medi's Twitch? Can they ping it to me?
Oh, I do not. I can get it.
Because I now need to reopen a thing that I've just freaking shut down. It's all right, I've got it. That's back.
You were faster than me because I was just right-clicked and copied.
Oh, as soon as I thingy it's opened up. Are you live, Medi? It says you're not live on Twitch.
No, it's a 60-second delay. You've got 29 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves.
I was just looking at my com devices because I've got 3 of them.
Yep.
And one of them's Firewall 5. Is that any good?
Yeah, Firewall 5 is very good. So, for instance, if you potentially if you were defending or your device was defending on your behalf, you would sometimes be called to roll Firewall times 2 dice as your pool. So, yeah, Firewall 5 is good.
Okay. I've got 3 for some reason. I've got a 5, a 1, and a 3. 5 is me. 3 is my persona. 1 is basically for.
All right, shall we kick off? Oh dear. Last session feels like a week ago. I think it was a week ago.
It was a week ago, yeah.
So last session, you had learned that the disc that was being sought by Mr. Johnson and Mr. Johnson's employees had been offered to Nabo, a up-and-coming, or had already kind of up-and-comed, if that's a legal sentence to use, a known orc rocker who was like a homeboy grown in Seattle, had received the invitation to purchase the disc. Whether or not he responded to it, you don't know, or you didn't know. So, but what you did know was that he was performing that night in the Barrens. Through River's contact, you were able to secure VIP backstage, all access passes to the concert, and so you proceeded to go enjoy yourself listening to Nabo and his metal band play and bring the house down. You enjoyed the concert. You were able to crack into his comlink and take a file, an email that he had deleted and dropped into his trash without him knowing that you'd done so. And then you kind of enjoyed the concert and went backstage at the end and had a bit of a chat with him. During the concert, though, a couple of things happened. The music seemed to pause for sort of a few seconds, which the band passed off as part of the act, but you kind of got a sense, certainly from the bass player, that it was unusual and it wasn't expected, and the group had to kind of go with it. And one of the comments you made was that pause was just a little bit too long, which the bass player kind of agreed with. There was also a line of a song that came over. No, there wasn't. There was some static, though. And I believe, River, you felt a little bit strange with the strange air. Yes, with the music.
Old presence.
Correct. A very old presence. And then you got a line in the silence, "The Mask of Glass will sing again." And that seemed to echo something that Nabo sang, bringing the house back into focus, bringing the music down, and basically the place erupted as that final encore. After that, you then kind of you left the venue, and each of you went your separate ways. River was dropped off at her bridge, and the rest of you kind of went off in your own directions, riding your bikes and stuff like that. So yes, Cuscud and Threadreaper both have Suzuki Mirages. Maybe one in black, one in blue. I don't know. We need to decide whether they're different colours. And Sniffin has his own van, so there you go. Threadreaper tells you that he will work on the email and send you any information that he can find overnight as he works on the data package. And sure enough, so probably about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, I just want to give you a note. It's the 13th of February, 2073, just in case dates and times are relevant for people. As you know, they always will be. When a DM gives you a date, it's always relevant. So, yeah, about 10 o'clock that morning, those of you who kind of wake up a little bit tired or bleary-eyed or, drag themselves out of bed to kind of check comm links and messages will indeed find a message from Threadreaper. And the message is something like this. Just kind of looking for it. There we go. So you get a sort of a pre-field report from Threadreaper sent to the kind of like the team node that he's pulled all of your comm links together and kind of connected them to. It simply says packet 1, pulled residual data from the Infinity Capture, mostly noise, corrupted stream layered with an orc metal riff. Through the distortion, one phase cuts clean. Song lines remain, find the keys. Source trace, ancient. Pre-crash 2.0 vintage, maybe older. Encryption's corp-grade black ice. 6 cycles of decryption barely left a mark. Whoever encoded this is prime tier. Definitely not amateur work. Marked dormant for now. We'll revisit once we have a cipher or key fragment. Packet 2, secondary file pulled from Nabo's comlink, easier crack, originating from a sender tagged zipper. Message reads, got a verified unreleased jet black demo disc for sale. If you're interested, best and final offer. Auction closes 12 midnight, 13th of February. Told you dates are important. Includes a 20-second audio preview. Metadata carries anomalies, a secondary sound stream repeating. Song lines remain, find the keys. The Mask of Glass will sing again. Musical notation embedded in the file doesn't map to any standard scale. Possible data cipher. The return address traces to an unknown LTG node, isolated and unlisted. No direct link to cathode glow. However, Chatter places a decker using the handle zipper as a regular at cathode glow. Worth a look. Location intel. District, downtown Seattle. Neighborhood, Belltown, 2nd and Battery Sector. Site, Cathode Glow. Basement level, AR Club in a repurposed electronics shop. Crowd, Deckers, Technomancers, Synthwave Performers. Atmosphere, glitch loop visuals on stacked CRT screens. Deadbeat lighting synced to live feeds. Note, most patrons run shift in AR skins. Real IDs unreliable. Actionable. Lead points to cathode glow, contact zipper, likely connected to the demo disc and or the song lines data trail. Move to engage, contact on site, may be delayed, meet at venue if I'm off comms. Advisory, it's a decker bar, keep your wear sandbox and gear behind a firewall, end transmission, Threadreaper.
Okay, if we're going to go to this place, I'm turning all of my gear off.
Off. Okay.
Straight old off.
Straight old off.
In fact, most of it, I'm going to leave outside.
In a lead box, like a Faraday cage.
Especially if we haven't got Threadreaper with us, who would be running our defense, right?
Yeah, Thread will, probably about midday, Thread will send a separate message and say, apologies, held up, we'll try and meet at bar. Don't get into trouble without me.
I've got a note here after the things that he's mentioned. Fractured Mask, the Voice of Silence. Where was that?
You've
I actually have
seen
that, yeah.
the fractured mask has appeared both at the Infinity Club in the ARO, as well as during the ARO display of Nabo's concert.
That's right.
Yeah, that didn't come up in anything to do with Reaper's
No,
deep dive.
nothing
Then.
yet. Nothing yet.
Right. Okay.
And is that the point where I got that feeling of something old?
Yes, that is the point. You got the feeling of something old. LTGs are 2040s, 2050s, 2060s, well, 2040s, 2050s, pre-Matrix, pre-crash technology. It's the backbone of the former sort of what became the Matrix. So, yeah, if you find those, they're mostly in museums these days. There may be one or two still connected, but they are old tech.
In terms of old, does that mean that they're fairly defunct, useless, easy to crack, that kind of thing, or is it just?
Yes, all of the above.
Okay.
They
You
also
can knock your
won't.
3210
They also,
and iPhone 17.
yeah, they also won't have kind of modern artificial reality overlays and stuff like that, augmented reality overlays and all that kind of good stuff. So they won't be up to spec for how the Matrix operates in 2073.
Okay. So, is the plan to try and find out who this Zipper guy is? See.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a bit of a heads up on Zipper, just let me know. You can do a little bit of legwork, reach out to contacts that you might have that are appropriate, and we'll see what they know about Zipper.
Be nice to find out who his crew is.
Yeah, has he got any association with gangs or anything, or does it?
If we can find out where they hang out, maybe we can hit them before the auction.
Well, you know that they typically hang out at the Cathode Glow.
Yeah, but they won't be having the hardware there, will they?
You don't know.
They may not, but somewhere we can physically access them. Whether that is for surreptitiously gaining something from them, or maybe even just having a chat.
If it's a chat,
We could pose as another buyer to try and get a bit more intel or something.
Well, yeah, I think that's what we're going to aim to do anyway, if we can't get the goods beforehand. But if we can try and get the stuff beforehand, that'd be great. Maybe swap it out with something else. Like a good famous Timmy Mallet song.
Are you suggesting we rickroll them?
Absolutely suggesting, yeah, you rickroll them. Yes.
Jet black, and then you put it on.
And she wore an insipid teeny weeny. Oh.
Oh, we've got to give them a full album, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Who could we try and use to try and get a bit more info on Zipper?
If anybody's got hacker contacts, you could use a hacker contact. If you don't have a hacker contact, then maybe a fixer may know Zipper, may have worked with Zipper in the past if they're a hacker of any respect or renown. So those kind of people. Anybody that's in the electronics biz, not the music biz as such, but electronics biz, possibly would know who Zipper is as well.
Even if it's just some legends forum of people who've done cool stuff.
Yeah, if it's trustworthy.
Fixer's probably pretty good for that. Has anyone got a fixer?
Yeah, I'll reach out to JR.
As always, if you roll contacts a contact plus contact dice pool. Let's see what JR may know about Zipper.
I need to do a lot of favors for my contacts because they're not very high rated due to my low charisma. They don't really.
That is not a problem. Or pull back multiple contacts and roll them into just one contact. You can do that. You don't need sort of 3 or 4. So if you had 2 or 3 at like rating 2, just create one at rating 4 and one at rating 2 or something, or whatever.
Yeah, I've got 3 at rating 2.
So maybe go for 2, have one at rating 1. So you maybe just go for 1 at rating 3. At least, because you can always get new contacts in the game, but making those existing contacts like you is a challenge. Don't forget, Medi, it doesn't roll, so what you're going to have to do is hit and I have the icons, success test icons, but I think we established that there is a success test macro that you can use as well.
Yeah.
I've got the dice rolls now, incidentally.
It's really weird, isn't it? There was an update, so maybe there was a bug that was stopping it from appearing regularly.
Yeah, I have as well now.
There you go.
So that's going to be the modifiers. That's going to be 2, isn't it? Because it's contact plus contact.
Contact plus contact, yeah.
Do I need a fixer, or can I manage without a fixer?
You don't need a fixer.
Ah, right, okay.
Fixers are the most obvious way for me to introduce you to a new Johnson, but as a group and you begin to gain, I was going to say notoriety. That's not quite what you gain, but you begin to gain a reputation. Then just one fixer in the party, amongst a group, can be your conduit to new Johnsons. Or as you get a reputation, Johnsons will reach out to you direct.
I'll drop my fixer and shaman there because we've got fixers on shamans already.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to send you this blind. It's just 2 dice.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing something else, but yeah.
Hang on. Who is your contact?
Jonathan Regan. I've spammed him about 20 times.
Connection 2, so you should have 4 dice, Medi. Because it's connection plus connection.
There we go. Yeah, sorry.
Try again. Try again!
Oh, there we go. So, yeah.
So, pool of 4.
So, Yelena's now connection loyalty 3. There we go.
There you go.
That should have spammed you.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, just to go through.
Yeah, it did. And JR takes ages to come back to you. Straightforward message. Have you already spoken to JR in the last 24 hours?
Yes, it will be just on the cusp of 24 hours.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, not that matters, by the way. I'm just asking whether you've bugged him already. It comes back with hacker, dwarf, woman, and that's about it.
Ooh, quite to the point.
Yeah. And then busy! Exclamation mark.
In terms of,
I will send an apology back.
Okay.
In terms of the Deca community,
yep.
Is that going to be? I mean, how come our dwarves just normally? They're not uncommon, but they're not like
they're not uncommon. No.
Okay.
And dwarves as deckers and riggers, pretty common. There's one such rigger that apparently does have a little bit of a name, or has kind of made a bit of a name for themselves in the Seattle Barrens. A dwarf rigger by the name of Sammy. Auto mechanic. Good place to take your vehicles when they're all busted up. Reputation and rumour suggest that Sammy doesn't ask questions when you do so. As long as you have the new yen, that's all he cares about.
I'm assuming none of us know Sammy.
None of you know Sammy. I would
Know of.
say Sniffin has heard of Sammy as a reliable place to take her van if
Should
ever
the
it
need
gets
arise.
should the need arise. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Uncle Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy's great. If you do actually meet Sammy, he's a great character to know. So potentially a contact or a mechanic contact for you. Okay.
Is it worth us? I mean, does anyone know the area? Is it worth us just having a bit of a skeggers about and look at it, check it out?
You could do. It is going to put you smack in the middle of. I mean, the area where the glow is pretty much in the.
Right next to Lone Star.
No. I've just got a message, and that was the message I was hoping for. Brilliant. Yeah, I'll have to explain it later. So the glow is basically in downtown. It's not too far away from where you were in the Infinity. It's kind of in that kind of whole area of Dante's Infinity Club. It's just a bit more of a down and out place for folks who are not so high up on the clientele lists to get into places like Dante's easily. And mostly it caters for hackers and technomancers, etc.
Okay. Somewhere you've been before, Tiffin?
Well, I don't tend to hang around with these places. All for tech heads.
Whereabouts is it, Ken? Oh, Belltown. Right.
Shane is not about. I suspect he's been before.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I live in downtown, so I was just checking if it's the same area. But I'm around the village.
Okay. You would know of it.
Yeah. I was just checking if it was neighbours or something, but no. Oh, that's interesting. Gets grouped up with that.
I have just crashed my browser.
The only other contact that I guess we could try and use some kind of magical influence to maybe do a bit of. I don't know. Is there any kind of divination that could be used to maybe try and figure out when someone might be there?
You can. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, Tiffin's got a shaman contact, doesn't he? Because I did have, but I just.
Yeah, I've got some magical.
I was going to say, but after I spoke to JR, I'm not going to push any more contacts at the moment because it get annoying.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you've got contacts, then use them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could ask Ebenezer.
He's good.
Yeah, Ebenezer good.
The shaman.
He's a shaman, yeah. Sasquatch. He's got a bit of a cards problem. He likes to gamble. That's where I met him, funnily enough.
Yeah, if you want to try, by all means, give that a go.
I don't know how easy that kind of ask would be. I don't know.
It's going to be a harder ask if you want him to actually spend components, reagents, and risk drain, that's going to be a pretty, a pretty hard ask. So you better be, he better like you.
I mean, I get on well with him.
Okay.
Just check. Can't remember what I ended up with at the end. I mean, yes, he is. He's a 4-3, so 4 3 loyalty.
4 connection, 3 loyalty. Yeah, so that's actually he's fairly ambivalent towards you. So if he thinks he can get something from you, he will be more than happy to help. If he doesn't think it's worth his time, or you're going to pony up anything that's useful to him, he might not. But if you want to give it a go, get hold of him. Give me a connection plus connection roll, please.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can ask him what he might like in exchange. You know, I'm happy to do a little bit of legwork for him for something else if he needs it.
Okay. Yep.
He knows my skill set. Connection plus connection, so that's 8 dice. Do I need to set a threshold or anything, or just roll?
Just roll.
Blind GM coming your way. I'm on a bit of a time limit, but I'm good for it. I think 3 is actually fairly good relations, isn't it? I seem to remember. Not like fantastic, but good working relationship type thing.
Your shaman, does he have a totem?
I expect he does.
Have you locked in what his totem is yet?
I have not.
Do you want to lock it in for me?
Can do, yeah. What do you need from me on that?
Just need to know what his animal totem is.
I don't know. He's maybe, is there a luck based one? Because he likes playing cards, and sometimes he's good at it, sometimes he's bad at it. I've got some artwork for him, which I think I sent to you. Said. I can drop it into chat.
I would say coyote.
You say coyote? All right, cool.
Yeah, coyote is very much a trickster, so I think that would fit with a look. So yeah, he's a he is a coyote. Yeah, his totem is coyote. So you message Ebenezer, and sort of half hour, 45 minutes later, he comes back with a message that sort of. In fact, he doesn't even message you. He calls your comlink, which I know for River is pretty tricky because we know
not so much anymore. I mean, it is a little bit tricky. She doesn't like to use them a lot, but yeah.
Okay.
She knows how to use them now.
She knows how to use them now, does she? Yeah, okay, you've got over the she didn't know how to use it. So about an hour or two. So it's going to put us about 2:30 in the afternoon at this point. You get a message, a call coming in from Ebenezer.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Right, River, how you doing?
Yeah, all good. That bit of time pressure on that job. I mean, I don't want to go in blind, so if you got something, then I owe you a favor or two, man.
Well, the favor, yeah. I'll tell you the time and the place for the favor. You know me. It'll be a bit of a tricky one.
You know I'm good for it.
We need to figure out... You see his face kind of smile. He sort of says, yeah, probably a little prank or two, maybe a bit of chaos. But I'll figure the person out in the future.
Goddamn.
You want to know about... What did you actually ask him?
Yeah, whether he knows was it a rigger or a hacker called Zipper?
Hacker.
Well, who knows the whereabouts of a hacker called Zipper in the next 24 hours? I'm hoping it might be at the what was it, Glow?
Cathode glow.
Cathode Glow.
Okay. I just made a note of something that you will owe Ebenezer Good a favour. You might want to put that in the notes in your character. I think you can put that some notes, I guess, against the contact. Yeah, well, Zipper. A friend of mine spent a little bit of time with Zipper. Can't say they were overly impressed. They had a bit of a job with them. Hangs out with the Cathode Glow, as you said, there every night. Doesn't really have a life, it seems, outside of the presence there. No idea where she goes during the day. If you could get me something of hers, I'm sure I could find out for you. If that's relevant. Harmless enough, not particularly good at a job. Likes the women.
Elves? Could be an N.
Anything. Oh, did I mention she's a dwarf?
I know an orc that might be up her street. Up his street, sorry. He isn't it? I'm wondering if Tiffany's overheard this conversation as I'm kind of giving her a sly look.
Yeah. That's about all I can give you. Not good at what she does. Think she's better than she is. Gear's low quality. If you're looking to run with her, don't.
Wasn't the plan. We're kind of running a bit of a op where she may be involved. But,
Well,
less I say, the better. But no, I appreciate the heads up. No, it was short notice. You want to call for chaos? Call for chaos. I'll be there.
Yeah, well, I'll be calling. Oh, hang on a minute. He taps his head for a second. Damn, I knew. Zipper. You know, I have met her. Won $2,000 off her last week.
Oh, shit. Good night for you, then.
Yeah, very good night. Very good night. Spends most of her time, as I said, at the Glow, but when she's not at the Glow, she fancies herself as a bit of a pony backer or a card shark. Gotta say, she's as good as those as she is by reputation a hacker. So yeah, don't run with her, but if she offers you a game, play, you'll probably come out top.
Not sure about that. You know how my luck runs, but...
Well, we'll have to put it to a test. I'm putting together a mid-stakes game. Might be able to convince you to come and sit at the table, River, this time.
If this run goes okay, I might even be able to afford to.
Well, good luck. Good luck. Anyway, if you need me, you know where I am. Favour's always good. Good out.
Cool. All right, that's pretty good. Andy?
Does Good want to try anything?
No, I haven't got anything that's appropriate. Mine's dark.
Okay, perfect. Well, yours will come in handy at other points in the game, no doubt.
I hope not.
Okay, so it seems, based on your information, the information that the three of you have managed to pull together, that Zipper is a dwarven hacker, fancies herself as a good hacker, reputation suggests otherwise. She is a little bit of a gambler, has a similar problem to Ebenezer, in that she likes to bet on horses and likes to play cards. Spends all of her time in Cathode Glow, especially evenings. No real life outside of that. Nobody really knows where she would go or where she would hang during the day.
Not going to get any chance to get anything of hers in the meantime, so there's less chance of us tracking her down this afternoon, I think.
Correct. And it is getting on for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You do know, remember, according to the email, final bids are due, auction closes for the disc at midnight tonight.
Got to be pretty quick then.
Indeed.
Do a Reaper to hack her deck and see what she's got.
Reaper would need to be able to find the deck first. But she can do that. Though at the moment he does seem unavailable when his icon in the group chat, if you like, is greyed out, and any attempts to contact him right now fall on deaf ears.
He's probably getting some downtime. I know he was up late last night, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Even after the party.
Yeah, leave a message if you're in trouble. Let us know, just in case he's somewhere where he can't get a signal. So when he can't get a signal, he can let us know.
Yeah, and then we can all burn our phones and comm devices and keep the hell away from him, right?
Indeed.
Well, is there anything else we want to prep before we head over there? I mean, like, we don't have a lot of time, so if it's going to be quick, it's got to be quick.
Well, we're going into a hacker joint where they could hack weapons and things. So are we bothering with weapons? They don't seem.
Well, they can only hack your weapon if your weapon's turned on, right?
Now, I wouldn't have thought the etiquette, the etiquette in that place would be to hack anybody that walks through the door.
I would assume so.
I think there'll be stuff going on there all the time, and it'll be, a case of buyer beware, right, in that place.
Yeah, I suppose everybody's looking for the pay data, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I assume weapons you can turn off so that they can't hack them, so that the smart link's not enabled, for example.
I presume so.
Can they remotely turn those back on?
No, question for Zed.
Say that again. Sorry, I was reading range on spells.
Oh, good.
Weaponry. Say I took my heavy pistol, it's got an integrated smart link. If I turned it off, could they remotely turn it back on again?
It depends. It's not just about whether the smart link is active, it's whether your gun itself is connected to your pan.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If your gun is not connected to your pan, then it is a dumb gun. So no, they could not turn it on. You would also not benefit from any of the abilities that the smart link would give you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I turned that off, just to be on the safe side, and then you can turn it back on again when we're not in there.
This is correct. If you are decent with it anyway, it's probably best to let it go dark and cold.
That's what I was thinking. And do we know the etiquette for going into somewhere like this armed?
Well, it's in downtown, so I assume you don't want to rock up with just a bunch of guns on you, right?
Yeah, you probably don't want to rock up with long rifles. You're probably okay with a pistol.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of my assault rifle. I was thinking more of the heavy pistol.
Yeah, it's like anything, right? You take it, you risk being caught with it, you have to argue or hand it over at the door. It's very, it's straightforward.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
An example question might be, what would be kind of the thoughts on me carrying a combat knife down there? Obviously not brandishing it around, but having it on my person. Would that be a problem in downtown?
Downtown is probably where the heaviest source of Lone Star, the police, would be, the heaviest presence.
No, but is personal defense considered a problem? Or?
Things are...
I mean, a blade is a lethal type item, whereas a taser might be okay.
As long as it's discreet. If you wear it on your hip in pure out in the open, then
Texas.
It wouldn't be tolerated. If it is discreet and hidden.
Carry a
There
cheese
was-
board with you.
Gone.
Yeah, just carry a cheese board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's the same with armor, right? If you're wearing form-fitted body armor, lined coats, armor clothing that passes as fashion, that's pretty normal for the area that you're going in Belltown. Anything above sort of armor rating 10 will most likely trigger the scanners, and then there'll be questions to be asked and answered by with the bouncers. Obvious cyber weapons, nope. Long arms, definitely not. Drones, etc., probably not. AROs, smart links, all that kind of stuff. Smart links, you would likely expect them to be jammed anyway. So having them turned off is not unreasonable.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just take my knife. Won't bother with the gun then.
I might just go without it. I mean, we're in downtown. Like, yeah, our best thoughts, if anything does kick off, is just to get out of there. Like, we don't want to be involved in that kind of thing. We don't want to be caught in the middle of a firefight, because even if we are fairly innocent in that, they're still just going to grab us, right?
Yeah, I'm just going
If we're
to
unarmed and getting out of there, then that's safe.
Exactly. Okay. Are you just going to kind of get your prep sorted and then head over to the glow?
I think so. I think I don't think I've got any other contacts that will help me on this, unless maybe my bar owner knows the bar owner through something. Maybe ask them a couple of questions about that. But
Yeah, they did.
I mean, we've got a good feeling that Zip is going to be there tonight. So if we stake the place out reasonably early in the evening, hopefully we'll either see them going in or we'll be in there and they'll come in, right?
Yeah. So are you, remind me, River, are you based in Redmond or Puyallup?
I don't know. Where was that? Where was the gig the other night?
The gig last night was in Redmond.
Probably that then.
Okay.
Need to get out there ASAP.
Smithin, are you going to take the van and pick River up? And then, Cuscud, are you driving your bike over, or are you going to accept a lift from Smithin?
I'll take the van and offer lifts to anybody who needs them.
Either that or I'm on public transport.
Yeah. I'll take the lift so that we're all together, because I'm taking my role as basically the protection, because I can't do any of the talking or the hacking. So,
All right. Okay. Armor-wise, what are you wearing?
my long coat.
Your long coat. Okay.
Yeah.
And weapon-wise, what are you taking?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
You can take a weapon. It would technically be expected, as long as it's not overt. So no panther. You can't turn up with a panther cannon and expect to get through the door with it.
Okay, I'll take a heavy pistol then.
Your heavy pistol. Yeah, your heavy pistol is fine. You've got a concealed license linked to the ID that the pistol is linked to anyway. And so if you were stopped by Lone Star, you would just show them those credentials and hope it passes muster and would be allowed to go on your way. That's absolutely
You're a
fine.
licensed private security, right? So they have
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've got a license, a concealed quick draw holster as well for it, so it's hidden under the coat.
Perfect. Okay. All right. What time are you planning on getting there?
Well, what's about 4:00 now?
Yeah, it's probably about 4:00 in the afternoon.
All right, we'll get some. Guess we get some chow and get there for 6:30, 7ish. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's February. It gets dark about 6, right? So maybe we'll.
It is February, so yeah, it would be getting dark about 5ish. Actually, probably most likely. Yeah.
It's over 5:30, 6ish then. Yeah. Remember, they might be hanging out for a bit, but they've got that bid on. So whether they're doing that there or whether they're going to go somewhere else more private for the finalization, I think we don't want to miss them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Good. The first person, you are the first person picked up by Smithin. Her van, pulls up down from where you are. Oh no, you're staying you live down in downtown anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
So you'll be the last person. You'll be the last person to be picked up.
I live in downtown,
River.
so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you would probably go pick River up and then swing back and pick Cuscud up. So, anyway.
Thanks, Tiffin.
Tiffin picks you up.
Shit, it's cold tonight.
As it is cold. It is very cold. It's probably
my unheated apartment. That isn't even an apartment.
Yeah, it's just a couple of cardboard boxes under a bridge. As you kind of drive from the Barrens, from Redmond down into downtown, the journey itself is about 25 kilometers, sort of west-southwest, in terms of where you're going. So it's not a quick journey. Probably an hour and a half in the traffic.
I'm plugging Tiffin for any juicy details on last night. What did you get up to?
What did you get up to, Tiffin?
Personal performance.
I see you've got a PT. Get it. Cool. Did you break anyone? I'm looking at the side.
They're all orcs, so no, probably not.
No, but Tiffin is a particularly robust orc.
This is true. This is true. As you kind of drive out of Redmond, leaving sort of the burnt neon of Redmond behind, the ARs sort of start to sharpen up, streets clean up, air hums with night errant. Well, it wouldn't be night errant drones, actually. It'd be more likely Lone Star drones because, no, it's the right time. It's night errant drones. Sorry, I'm confusing myself because Seattle in 2086 is back in the hands of Lone Star. So the night air hums with night errant drones, especially the further into downtown that you get. By the time you kind of drive in, probably getting closer to 7 rather than sort of 6:30.
You're got to get me a place around here.
See the bright lights of the heart of the city. You swing by Cuscud's place. He kind of hops into the van, slides the side door open, jumps in, slides it closed. I presume, Tiffin, that you have seats in the van for up to a certain number of people?
I think 6 I've got, yeah.
6 people. That's good to know. You drive your way through the centre of Belltown and eventually arrive just outside the converted electronics shop, which proudly displays in AR the name of the club. Which every time I look for,
Cathode
I can't
Glow.
find. Cathode Glow. Thank you. I'm going to write that on my piece of paper
I
here.
have now. Having forgotten it twice already this evening.
You kind of go through, you find a place to park the van, probably round the corner at the back. There's just probably a small area to park vehicles, and you come back round. There isn't so much of a line at this time of night. As I say, it's probably about 7:15. Whether a line ever happens here, you don't really know. Thread Reaper would be able to tell you, unfortunately, as far as you know, Thread Reaper's not here. So you head kind of in and then immediately go down the stairs into sort of the basement of the building. As you reach the bottom, there is an electronic scanner, and immediately into your comm links, the Cathode Glow kind of welcome ARO pops up. First thing you see is just a note that simply says, keep it concealed, keep it cool. And a picture of like a pistol. You can see a couple of other people kind of coming and going, all of them wearing, without a doubt, to your more trained street runner type eyes, they're wearing things that look like traditional, typical fashion, but you can spot things like synth leather, reinforced coats, reinforced leather long coats. And then here and there you see as people move, and they turn, maybe the flash of a jacket moves and you'll see a pistol at a hip or in a underarm holster, or the definite signs of a baton or a sheath of a knife. At the doorway, there is a dwarf and there is a human, both kind of wearing, one is wearing kind of glasses and kind of looks up and down at people as they come towards the thing. And the dwarf is kind of stood there with clearly a pair of shot gloves on, and his hands are kind of crossed in front of him, also kind of just looking. But every now and then you see the eyes seem to narrow and focus or change colour, clearly wearing some kind of cyberware. And as the three of you kind of come in, they kind of pause and they look at you and, evening.
Damn, Tiffin. You got to keep those guns concealed, as I'm kind of pulling her jacket down over her biceps. As I point at the sign on the door. Evening, gents. I give them my best smile.
Can't say we've seen you here. New?
Yeah, I mean, we've been around town a little bit, but yeah, we're just looking to check this place out. Heard good things.
Well, keep it in the jacket.
Open my jacket like that. There's nothing in there at all.
Keep it cool.
Hey, no worry from me.
Suggest that you make sure your devices are properly protected. The patrons shouldn't give you any trouble, but they do like to play pranks on
Yeah, a little bit of
newbies.
fun, isn't it? I get it.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just double check everything's turned off.
Any problems? Give us a yell. We'll come and sort it out. As I said, keep it concealed, keep it cool. We're all good.
Start none.
That's
Okay,
good.
none.
Oh.
You're a little bit early. We have a synth band playing this evening. Kick off about 11 o'clock. Should be good. Seattle Dwarf Underground Synth Rock.
Tiffin's thing.
They call themselves Warstein.
Oh, Wallstein. It might be actually Cuscoods.
Rock, I'll give it a go.
Anything you recommend behind the bar?
Just the usual. We have Synthahol, as you can imagine. We have the good stuff as well. You'll pay for the good stuff. I suggest, unless you really want the good stuff, the Synthahol's fine.
Yeah, it's a bit early. We'll see where the night takes us, though, yeah?
Indeed.
All right. Oh, does anyone play cards down here?
Cards. He looks at you, surprised. No, not really.
Oh, okay. I just like a game every now and again, so. Guess it's early in the evening. Didn't think the band was on till 11, so.
Yeah, no, band's not until 11.
All right.
You kind of go through past the bouncers and into this huge kind of basement area. The first thing that you see, around all of the walls, exactly as Threadreaper's pre-run analysis CRT screens. I mean, these are not, these are old tech all the way around the walls, all showing slightly different things. The other thing that you're hit with is, ARO. I'm presuming that you're running your comms in sort of active mode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe?
So that you can get the full effect of the place.
The full glories.
The full glory. So, so you have three modes that you can put your pan in, right? And this is, your comm link, and then all of your devices also have their own mode. So public mode, broadcast your comm code and SYN, real or fake. Any devices that are slaved to your comlink, and any devices that are running in public mode are fully visible in AR. And that's, as I say, that's typically how everybody operates. It's the same as you having, a turned on phone, etc. You can put it in hidden mode. Devices are connected, but not broadcasting identity. People would need to make matrix perception tests to identify you. You would normally be running in hidden mode on a run. And people that were casually trying to look around in AR would not see you at all, and they would find that potentially a little bit strange. If you're talking to a police officer, let's say, and they're scanning AR while you're stood next to them, and they're not detecting any kind of identity being broadcast from you, would be a red flag.
You'd probably want to go with both, right? You'd have one on and the other. Yeah,
correct. So you would probably have one of your fake identities would be in public mode, and then your other identity, your proper personal comlink that you use to communicate with the team, etc., and that you slave all your devices to, would be in hidden mode. That's most likely. I mean, in Cuskud's case, that's probably his rating 5 comlink.
Yeah,
is his personal private. You slave all your devices to that kind of comlink because, yeah, okay.
I got a shitty phone and it's on.
So as you kind of go in, you are hit by AR. So you're hit by the visual sight of all these CRT screens, all showing very weird images. The cathode glow looks like it's been around for at least 50 or so years and has been going downhill for the last 49 of them. You can feel the crawly sensation of suspicious glares from all around the room as you enter the place. Looks like the kind of place where old hackers go to die. The ancient computer terminals, old school cyberdeck equipment attached to the walls, tables, bar, even the floor. Some of it, you swear, would date back to the previous century. All of it seems to be in working order. In AR, the place is even weirder. Each of the arcade devices is overlaid with bizarre active icons, AROs that seem to be alive and watching you, an eyeball on a metal stalk, strange creatures with multiple eyes, just an eyeball here and there, just very strange kind of iconography. As you kind of glance around for a very brief second, you think you see on one of the CRT screens in the far corner a porcelain-looking cracked mask flashes up for a very brief sort of second. And then it's replaced by a strange kind of betentacled creature that is kind of rotating and spinning about its axis, changing colors, going through the whole hue of the rainbow as it just kind of bounces in place on this CRT monitor.
Anything specific in that area that's different, like a doorway or
no
people?
No, there's just a booth. There is a booth, and the booth there has a dwarf sat in it.
A female dwarf?
Appears to be. Beard is slightly shorter. I don't know if Shadowrun female dwarves have beards. I'm just going to put that out there.
They do if they want.
She's probably cleaner than the other dwarves.
They do if they want, yes.
So, if everyone's broadcasting these things, can you identify them just by looking, or do you have to do checks or things to know who people are?
You would. Most people are broadcasting, but so you would be able to identify who they are broadcasting as.
Yeah. Okay. See if it's the person we're looking for. See if they're broadcasting as that.
The ARO image that seems to be coming from the dwarf appears to be Ms. Sorry, just looking for something. Ms. Willie Ishikawa. WILLIISHAKAWA.
Oops, I got that because I missed it.
Assuming nothing from Threadreaper, because it would be handy if you could like try and look up anything on one Willie Ishikawa, whether you can figure out whether that's totally bullshit or find any links to anyone else. There's a hacker called Zipper.
Nothing at the moment from Threadreaper.
Because beyond just like shouting, "Hey Zipper," and see if she looks up, I'm out. My investigation techniques are limited at this range. So.
Well, it's a coincidence that there's a dwarf exactly where the mask was. So somebody may be helping us.
If you want to take a perception, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Those of you with active comms, if you want to take a perception intuition roll, I think it is.
What's this for?
To see if you can find out more information. Yeah, perception intuition. Your cap will be at the data processing level of your comlink. If you don't have a data processing level, then it's going to be the maximum rank of your comlink. What?
I mean, I do. It's 1, but I do.
It's the same on both of mine. The rank and the data processing limits.
Okay,
the same.
go for it. Yeah, go for it. Well, if you want to make a... so this is kind of using your very limited knowledge and skills of how to manipulate the augmented reality to try and find out a little bit more about whether this Willie Ishikawa is who you are looking for.
What was it? Logic intuition? Or?
It's a logic intuition, yeah.
Okay.
No, perception intuition, sorry. So it's just perception, which keys off...
Let's say perception isn't there. So.
Yeah, keys off. Crikey. Yeah, use your mental limits, actually, rather than anything else.
Limit mental.
That's 5.
5. Would you say it's visual? Are we eyeing them up?
You are not specifically eyeing them up, though.
No. So it's not a visual intuition. It's more just generally. Okay.
Just general, yeah. You're kind of, it's more you're interpreting your ARO overlays to try and figure out a little bit more.
Mine's coming through to you now.
No, it's okay. Okay, yeah, okay. Kuska, as you kind of, poke around your ARO a little bit, try and figure out if this dwarf is who you're looking for. You notice that there is a subtle icon in the ARO that this Willie Ishikawa is projecting. And it's kind of like a stylized zip that kind of runs underneath and through the name that appears to be half open.
Okay. Oh.
And Sniffin, you also see it.
It's half open. It's just a dipper, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That definitely hints at being the person we're looking for.
Okay. Well, I'm going to walk over. I'm going to put my hand on her hand, and I'm going to say, "Hey, beautiful, can I buy you a drink?"
She kind of looks up at you and kind of snatches a hand back, and then kind of takes you in. Give me... you're going to have to impress her, I'm afraid.
I'll just do a flex.
No.
That
No.
floods my eyes.
No. Oh, I thought. Oh, is this? This doesn't have flirting, does it? I thought this had flirting.
It would probably be. Is there not a seduction thing?
There is a seduction. I would like
I've
a
got gymnastics.
No, I want a seduction.
Seduction, or what's it called?
Is that specialization under something there?
I'm wondering if seduction is a specialization under something.
It's probably under acting.
Let's have a look. Under skills for seduction. I'm sure it existed. I'm sure Red used to seduce people.
Oh well, there's con, impersonation, or performance. In acting, which is probably where it would sit.
Con has a specialization of seduction. So give me a con roll, please, Sniffin. Are you any good at it? You
I
do
can
not
find
have
it.
any con at all.
I have no con.
Not even.
You might want to think about spending some karma and getting some con at some point, because you do seem to be going down this route both at the club and here.
Well,
I mean, otherwise it's
my thing
charisma minus con, right?
it's the fact that she likes the ladies, doesn't she?
Yes. Oh no, I know. But yeah, does she like your type of lady? You're the big butch she-male. I shouldn't say that.
She-man.
I shouldn't say that. Give me a roll.
So if I do charisma, that's 2. Is it my 2 dice there? My charisma's shocking.
Yeah, it is. Remember, you can spend edge
That's
if you
fine.
want. You could spend edge ahead of time. If you get a 6, it'll explode. It's up to you whether you think spending edge is worthwhile. Edge does not doesn't come back automatically.
Where'd I put the edge?
So if you're running con,
I think in the roll you can check something, can't you?
yeah, you're pushing the limit, I believe.
It's not extended then.
No, push the limit. And your limit is going to be a social, I would say, in this instance. Which is good. I mean, your limits are pretty good, looking at your character sheet.
So my sheet's running really slowly.
Oh, you need that new PC. You need that new PC, Medi.
I do. So I'm going to push the limit.
Or to pedal faster.
Does anyone know if our edge boxes are meant to be lit up or unlit up?
Unlit.
Are meant to be unlit to start with.
Unlit to start with, thank you.
So the limit was social, you said?
Yes.
There we go.
I have lost. I'm stood up, as you can see, because I'm kind of pacing around. I've lost my seat to my cat.
Good job, didn't sit down.
Yeah, so she snatches her hand away from you, and she kind of looks up and she sort of says, "No, not interested." And then she focuses on River for a second and smiles. However, I'll take a drink. And she gestures to River to sit.
Hey, shit! Thanks, Tiffin. I kind of whisper that to her as I help her. Mine's what's behind the bar in the
go past.
A quick blip on the team comm link, and a small LOL bouncing face appears.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if Tiffin will buy me a pint while I'm going past.
I'll send you some cred through comlinks.
I can afford one, but I'm just laughing because you crash and burn so hard. I'm going to see if you'll buy me a drink.
Yeah,
because I'm going to tap in. All right, I'll mosey over there and say, "God damn it! I've got to tell you, she's the best wing woman around."
The dwarf looks at you and smiles. She's definitely an eyeful. Not quite into big butch orcs though. Prefer them to be a little bit softer. So,
soft, I hope.
What brings you to our little place in the Matrix.
Oh shit! Just looking around, kind of bit new in town and want to check out all the hangouts, meet people like yourself.
What's the... 1 second, just looking for something. What is the comlink ID that you are broadcasting called?
Oh, let me think. I was trying to come up with a bunch of sins. Okay, so this one will be Eritrea.
Eritrea. Well, yes. So, Eritrea, she says, smiling at you. What are you doing here? Are you lost? Or should I say, are you now found?
Depends who's looking.
Well,
I mean, I'm a little bit lost, I've got to admit, but, I kind of give her a bit of an appraising look and I go, people like us, we've got jobs to do, right? And some of us are good at some things, some of us are good at others. I'm not so great at all this, I kind of say a little bit wide-eyed. Something tells me you know what you're about.
I have a few skills. You're looking for something in particular?
Not right now. I mean, I'm trying to get fixed up with some work. I do a little, well, kind of the opposite of this, really. I can pull the odd spell, and I'm looking to earn some money and find some work, and need to know people like yourself because, hey, I don't know shit about this.
Well.
It's always handy to know people like you. And hopefully it's handy to know people like me,
Well, perhaps we can help each other, indeed. Yes. I don't particularly have anything that I need those kind of skills for, but hey, you never know. I get tapped up regularly for jobs, and if you're into jobs in the shadows, then I think I could probably find some use for you.
Hey, cool.
Your two friends over there like you?
I mean, they're not like me. I give her a little smile. But, they, I think they've seen a bit more action than I have, in all honesty.
Interesting. Well,
Tiffin over there is pretty good if things go south.
Definitely, she looks like she would be very good if things go south. Well, she kind of waves her hand in front of her face for a second, and then kind of sits back and smiles.
Just give her a slightly quizzical look because I have no idea what she's doing.
Don't worry about it. Do you like Negroni?
Shit, Reaper, she's onto us. Can't say if I've had it.
Well, okay. Well, I guess you're going to try it now. I've sent a couple of synthahons to your friends. I hope they don't mind. Let's talk.
Awesome.
What do you like to do?
A little this, a little that. At the moment, I'm a bit down on my luck, but the next game you play can always turn aces, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the big score myself. I might be somewhat in there at the moment. Got a couple of solo things that I'm playing with. Nothing too fancy, but a promise of 10% of the cut is not to be sniffed at.
Well, it depends on how big the cut is, right? 10% you can barely buy a soy calf with sometimes, or it might set you up for life, right?
Well, this one, and she pauses for a second and she moves her hand in front of her face, probably the left to right this time, and she single finger swiping, and she kind of goes like that and then like that, and she smiles. She says, well, 10% of the numbers I'm looking at the moment keep me going for a couple of months at least.
Hey, shit! It's got to be better than living down in, was it Redmond?
Redmond, yeah.
Redmond. They kind of look a little put out.
Well, Redmond's better than nothing. I mean, it could be worse. You could be living under one of those bridges. Now, that is a place I wouldn't want to live.
Yeah, don't offer to take back to your place. Let's bring your own blanket.
And mattress.
Mattress, yeah, maybe a box.
You watch as a troll kind of wanders in and pauses and then looks over at the corner and kind of sort of stops mid kind of stride, turns, then comes straight over towards you and kind of looks between the dwarf, who you believe to be Zipper, and River, and then looks at Cuscud and Tiffin, who are kind of sat on the next table over. And an eyebrow kind of goes up and, all right, Zipper, how you doing? Yeah, good. Yourself? Could be better. Last job was a bad one. Oh, yeah, I read about that. That was not a good job at all. At least you got out of it. Okay. Didn't fry too much. Well, lost the good one. Sam didn't make it. Oh, shame. Well,
No.
get a drink. Let's celebrate. Let's remind ourselves of our fallen comrades and heroes. That's good of you. Kind of troll kind of lumbers away and over towards the bar.
Damn, sounds tough, right? But hey, maybe meeting some new people is what we need.
Well, this is a rough life, especially if you're fairly new to it. Not like me, hardened veteran. Yeah, I could tell you some stories or two, but probably not a good place to brag. Yeah.
No, not right now. He seems pretty down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is.
But hey, the next score is always just, one call away, right? Get the right Johnson.
Indeed.
Cool. Trying to think,
Anyway.
how's the Negroni?
Yeah. The Negroni is good. It is pretty...
Give it a little smell surreptitiously before I drink it.
You get that orangey smell. It kind of washes over you as you bring it to your nose. Definitely not using any synthetic alcohol. It's using proper stuff. Probably 50, 60, 100 new yen worth of drink in your hand there.
Hey, wow, this is the good stuff. You must be doing well.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm expecting. Hoping to pay that tab off tonight.
Well, hey, look, if a payday's not coming, I mean, I can cover the bill, right?
Well,
And
if
you
that's
friends
what
and
you-
all.
Yeah, well, if that's what you want to do, that sounds good to me. Don't mind somebody else picking up the bill.
As you see us walking out the door.
Yeah, I can pay your bill. You mean Tiffin can pay your bill via?
Yeah, just check the bathroom window, see if it's openable.
I'm kind of looking around and I mean, I'm trying to be a little overt that I'm looking around, but also trying to be subtle, as if I'm properly trying to look around, but also want to make sure that she spots that I'm casing the place a little bit.
Like everything's new and shiny.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of leaning a little bit conspiratorial with her. I mean, shit, if you can afford this kind of stuff and you must be pretty confident this job's going to go good.
Well, it's an easy job. I can do it. In fact, I'm doing it right now, she says with a smile. I don't need to leave the club. I just need a minute, she says. And then she kind of goes all a bit glassy-eyed. And she probably has a deck by the side. And she starts just with one hand. Yeah, it's probably next to her. And she sort of starts to kind of tap on it and stuff. And
We'll
And
have
then
to
she
stop for 2 minutes. Apologies.
yeah, no worries.
Really
And then that's fine. And then after like sort of 30 seconds or so, she kind of comes back and she smiles. Well, yeah, that 10% cut is looking good. Is looking better and better. The troll comes back with like 4 glasses in each hand. You know, these glasses are probably pint glasses of synthahol, and they just make his. They just look like his fingers, right? As he's kind of carrying them, and he kind of plonks 4 of them down on the table where Cuskard and Sniffing a sat, and then the other 4 go down on the table where River and Zipper are sat, and then he kind of turns around and he lumbers back, and then a minute or 2 later he comes back with 4 more in his, 2 in each hand, and he kind of goes, well, to Razor Alice, and he kind of raises one and he knocks it back.
I'll copy and say the same thing.
Yeah.
To Razor Alice.
She was a good one, she was. Can't believe she went so suddenly.
It'll get us all in the end.
Zipper kind of. Do you know? Do you have any kind of knowledge or lore around Shadowrunners?
Yeah, street gangs is closest.
Give me. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Give me straight up logic test. So double logic. So logic plus logic.
Very good. I glitch.
You glitch.
So mine's
Indeed.
coming.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You do absolutely glitch. Like 3 1s and a 6. Well, actually, you succeed because if all you need is 1 net hit, you would technically succeed, but the glitch would also happen. And that's one of those situations where we would kind of figure out the impact. So, for example, if you were shooting a gun, right, that glitch, you would potentially hit your target, but maybe you suddenly find that you're completely out of ammo, or your gun jams, and you need to either throw the gun away, holster it and pull something else out. It would be enough to slow you down for a round, but it wouldn't be crippling. If you got a critical glitch where you got no successes as well, then that would typically be more crippling and impactful. My cat's gone to sleep on my chair, and I need to sit down because my legs are killing me.
Just
I'm going no, I'll leave it to sleep. I'm going to have to do this whole session standing up, but that's not bad for me. Just good. Back in the day, you remember about 3 or so years ago, there was a knight-errant tactical combat specialist who earned the name Razor. It was a woman. Let's have a look. So she earned the name Razor. Her name was Alice Kincaid. As I say, a knight-errant tactical response individual. She earned the name because her favoured weapon of choice was a monofilament sword, and hence the name Razor. Beyond that, that's where your head goes. Sniffin, you actually recall reading about a fairly recent attack on a near-net research lab in Tacoma, where a group of runners got caught by a couple of things. The near-net research lab seemed to have some, according to the sort of the forums and things that you read, some strange experimental weaponry that was kind of being used to test how you could build this kind of biofeedback to stop technomancers in their tracks. And this group of runners assaulted the place, but were caught out by the feedback, resulting in a firefight with some knight errant QRTs, quick response teams. The net result, based on what you recall, was that Alice was completely missing. The only thing, according to the stories, the legends, that was found was a comlink.
When that memory comes to me, I'll lean across to this troll and say, "So you were part of the Tacoma job, were you?"
He looks at you. He says, "We don't talk about that, but yes."
No, I'll raise another glass and say, "Respect your team. Well done. Well, that was ballsy." And I'll neck
Ballsy. Zipper kind of looks and says, "Ballsy, but stupid. They didn't get what they wanted." Well, enough of that. To Alice.
Yeah, to Alice.
I've plunked myself on the edge of my chair now. She wants fussies. What are you going to do? Because so far she's very good at kind of small talk. You're not particularly getting anywhere with trying to figure out if she has. Oh, hello, you. Do you want a bit of?
Well,
attention?
Out of character, I was thinking about trying to nick a deck.
I think she might notice that.
Yeah, she's not going to move far away from it.
Trying to nick her left arm.
You do not want to nick a deck.
No.
You wouldn't get away with it. What's that there? Is that a bit of muck on your fur? Yes, it is. Yeah. What are you going to do?
We need a Reaper.
We do need a Reaper. That would be really handy. You could do a bit more than we can, although it's high risk in this place, I would guess.
Can I? No, I'm not going to attempt because I know nothing about the Matrix. I was going to say, trying to log on to this forum or wherever the bids are going on, see what the prices are.
You would need to figure out where that is. So you would need
open auction, right?
It's an auction that only. Well, actually, you do have. Well, Threadreaper has the email with the invitation. Sorry. You would need to respond that you're interested in bidding, and then that results in you receiving an invitation to an anonymous forum where you would post your bid.
But then we don't want to bid in more than what the job's worth. And to be honest, that is going to be the case, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's worth a stupid amount of money.
What other tack could we take with this? I mean, I get your point of like trying to steal a deck, but yeah, I think that might be difficult. What we could do is send. I don't know. Could we get like some kind of ID on a deck or location on the decks to help Reaper maybe remote do something? Or is that out of the question? I suppose if he's not available, we can't really do that. I mean, we could shunt him the info anyway, in case he gets online before midnight.
One of the things that we need to find out is who's interested in buying. So if she's monitoring the bids and things at the moment, she's got that information.
That's true. If we can get on there and go as potential bidders, then we'll see the other bids. But then we're blind in a sense, as they're just names to us, no locations. Yeah. And once it's sold, it's gone. Unless we can track down those people.
Oh, that's not our job to track them down, is it? It's just who's interested. So
no, our job is to get the data back. Yeah, we need to get that album back.
We can get the disc, find out who it is that's interested, and make sure there's no copies of it. That's it. So if we can get a list of names, we don't need to find out who they are. That's their job. Once we pass on over the names, our job was to recover the data. Yeah. That's our only job, not to just pass on names. No, I know, that's what I mean. But our job isn't to find out who those names correspond to. They're going to be in the pseudonyms, aren't they? But
it is if somebody buys it, and then we have to track down where it is, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping we can get it before it gets sold. So we need to find out where it is, really.
Simple. Ask her.
Go for it, River. Use those charms.
Yeah, but I'm likely to get a troll's fist in my face if I ask for my social
I mean, how to ask, though? That's the question. What kind of tack to take?
Are you wearing your derelict clothes?
So, I mean, you have the usual options, right? You could try and seductively ask her, so a con roll, or you could blatantly try and, scare her into telling you what she knows. Both
Did we get the actual employee's name? The person who owns the actual music?
You know the person. No. You wouldn't ever expect to get that information.
No.
So Mr. Johnson, again, always calls themselves Mr. Johnson or Mrs. Johnson. You would never expect to know who they really are either. There are always ways to find it if you really, really want to, but I'm not going to tell you how. But yeah.
Why have I got somebody called Tyler Pearson here?
Don't know. I mean, I could try a more threatening approach. That might be more successful than my seductive skills, although that is a bit of a departure from our softly approach so far.
Mm-hmm.
Might not take it very well. I mean, sizing her up, not actually physically, but in terms of the personality that I've got from her through this conversation. Do I think any tack might give a better approach than another? Do I think, she seems a little bit down on her luck and like things haven't gone that well for her, so I could kind of play on that element. Or I could, just continue.
She seems very sure in herself that she's about to score a decent score, and whatever she's doing, whatever the job is, she seems able to do it from her booth.
She's probably other than that, most of the night.
Yeah, she's definitely.
What time is it now?
You're probably touching about 9:30.
So we've got a couple of hours in hand before the band kicks off and things like that.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just a little bit concerned we might be tipping our hand a bit early. I don't know what else we could do at this point.
Oh, if you tip off that we know she's involved and the parties that want it back are cleaning house, she might want to get out or make a deal so that
it depends. The the longer we leave it, the higher that price is going to go, and the money will always win over.
Well, 10% of what is quite a large figure sum. We're not going to be able to buy her out, guys. That's not.
No, but when she finds, we've tracked her down. So once she knows that she's known as involved with this, the person that's hired us might want to get rid of her. So if she can basically pass on information to try and save her own skin, it's worth more than whatever credit she's got.
How many other people are around? Is it still quite quiet, or is there lots of...
The bar is now probably 2/3 full.
Yeah, shit, too late for that one, in my opinion.
Plenty of, mixes of people.
This is her, sorry, mate.
I was going to say, let's take a 5-minute break, give you guys a chance to kind of think over your approach here. I'm going to go find a different seat so that I can not disturb the cat. One does not disturb cats when they're comfortable. So I'm going to be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we threaten them. I'm saying that we know that our employer is going to be cleaning house type of thing, and we tracked her down.
So you could try and play the...
Totally get what you're saying, but
yes, kind of threatening, but we're her help. We're her way out.
The later we leave it, though, the later we leave it, the more money she's going to be getting offered, which will make it harder for her to turn that down.
Yeah. I mean, what do we need from her?
We need the song, don't we?
We need info as much as anything else. Where the disc is,
if she
knows
got it, or we don't know, right?
Well, she's selling it, so she better have it. So
yeah, I would
could just be a broker, right?
Yeah, I think she's a broker, but she might know where it is and the parties involved. In which case,
maybe that's something to ask. Then, is she a broker?
Yeah, I'll try and plug her for a little bit more as to what her involvement is, subtly. And then maybe we'll turn up the heat a little bit after that.
Well, I'm back. That wasn't 5 minutes.
That was quick. I was going to quickly grab a drink as well. But
yeah, go grab a drink, guys.
Sorry, I'm having a smoke.
Medi's having a smoke.
I've not even filled the kettle yet.
Kettle? What's that?
Oh, you use a hot tap?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories about filters and things on those, and how much they cost to replace.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
But very easy to use, though. Very good fun.
I've also got that one's really so the one hot water tap is really easy to change. You don't need to disable anything. You literally just
is it
unscrew it. No, we don't. It's not a cooker. It's an incinerator.
Sounds too much like incinerator, doesn't it?
But it's the tap's leaking, so it needs to be replaced. And if I had my own way, I would replace it with a cooker. Although apparently I saw something today, because they're about $2,000. I saw something today suggests you can get a non-branded version for about £400-500 from Screwfix.
Temu.
No, Screwfix.
Oh, really?
So I will have a look. Oh, excuse me. Because the tap is leaking, you can't actually physically you can't repair it. You have to replace it.
Or go to DC World and buy a kettle for £30.
Yeah, but no. Honestly,
it's a time it takes.
We would have never have had this kind of hot tap or anything like that prior to moving here. And obviously there is a hot tap, so we started using it, and I don't think I'd ever go back to a kettle now.
A couple of my friends, the one that hosts us on Fridays, they've got a hot tap, and another friend that we tend to go for birthdays and things, they've got one, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't really appeal to me. My sister's got one as well, I think. Yeah, knowing our luck, we'd turn the tap on to wash our hands and scald ourselves?
It's very difficult to do that. You do have a separate tap for normal hot water, although our hot water scalds you anyway because our boiler's too hot. Right. But that's a different matter. But yeah, I couldn't physically do that by accident because the action to turn on the boiling tap is different to turning on the tap.
Right.
If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. You physically have to push the lever down and pull it, and it's on the opposite side to the hot and cold tap. So you kind of...
Yeah, you'd have to have a safety feature just purely for kids.
But I will say, I have actually done it once. Not... but then I've also got one of those, those in... food things where you can push the food down the drain and basically grind it all up. So that's part of what we've got. And I actually
garbage disposal.
I had it turned on and put my fingers into the plug hole and realised what I was doing before I went too far. And it was like, what was I doing? I don't know why I did that. I don't know what it would do, but it wouldn't be very pretty.
I've seen films with that, and it's not nice.
Yeah, but that's films, isn't it? It's probably not as bad as the film makes it out, but it's probably not good either.
It's pretty bad, Zed.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I mean, obviously, you're not going to force your arm further into the damn thing once it's...
Yeah.
It won't pull your arm in, but like it's...
You ain't going to play piano for a while.
So the cat is now luxuriously asleep on the blacklight chair, and I'm on a dining chair. Happy days.
Do you know what would be funny? Like a typical cat thing. As soon as you bring a new chair in, it jumps onto that one.
No. She doesn't come into my office very often, so I don't know quite why she's in here. She must be feeling a bit... Maybe she's not feeling very well.
Quiet out of the way, people.
There is that as well. But normally she's in the lounge. Cuscud and Tiffin. Introduces himself as Crashborn.
Crashborn.
Crashborn. Yeah.
A grizzled troll veteran.
Indeed. Doesn't seem to have a deck on him.
I'm up. Does he look like he is a deckard rather than muscle, or
hard to tell with a troll? To be fair,
any obvious augments type of thing, or hardware they're wearing?
No augments.
Okay. Wearing armor and armed, or
form-fitting armored suit. Very nicely tailored as well.
Okay.
Very deep blue with kind of a purple tie. Which looks odd on a big troll.
Nah.
Yeah. Are you going to tell them that they look odd?
Nope.
Nah.
Okay. How are you going to approach Nipper?
I was going to see if I can...
Right, so you would get the sense. Right, give me a judge intentions roll.
I could do that.
You should be pretty good at it.
I'm fairly decent at it. Yeah, 3 hits.
Okay. So as this conversation's going on, you get the sense that she is not going to tell you what she's doing unless you force her to tell you what she's doing. She's quite happy to just sit back, do whatever she's doing, get paid whilst talk to a pretty girl.
I mean, we all love to do that, right?
Correct.
So this is let's spoil the night then, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll yeah. Let's let her know in a kind of slightly threatening, but still a little bit kind of camaraderie way that
Okay.
we know that the former owner is onto you. We're working for them, and look, all they want is the content back, or the information to get it back ASAP. If she gives us that information, she's cool. She's in the clear. That's kind of what the approach I want to take. I like her. I'm going to, kind of take that kind of approach. Look, I took the time to get to know you. I'm your buddy here. I'm going to help you out of this situation.
No, that wasn't me. I'm just middleman. No, the guy who's got it, he's in Boston.
Boston. It's the other side of the country. Shit. Do I believe that or not?
You can always make a judge intentions roll.
I can always make it. Would you like me to blind roll this? I think that's probably sensible.
We all do that, or
You
just
can all do that, yes. So I'm kind of imagining that you would kind of sit forwards and kind of assume
change tack quite like,
yeah.
Hey, look, this is the real me now talking to you. Like,
yeah.
GM or blind GM?
Give me blind roll. Blind GM's fine. No, not blind GM. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Blind GM's come through. Okay.
As I said, I know the score, and I know you're needing this money. That's why I covered the bar bill. I didn't want you out of pocket just on me.
Okay, 1 second. I just need to do one other thing, and then we'll continue. Is Smithin doing this at all? Is he
I am. I'm just trying to find it. Sorry.
Judge intentions. It's at the it's at the top. It should be second one along under your physical bar. It's called. It just says J intentions.
Above skills tab.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, fantastic.
Got a very bizarre drink. Sorry, I'm going to have to just slightly break through this. It tastes like fruit salads. You know the sweet?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That could be easily alcoholic.
So what is it?
I mean, it wasn't alcoholic, but it is now.
That's put me off.
I think it's called fruit punch. Car fruit punch. Yeah, it tastes like a fruit salad sweet.
Ooh, okay.
And it's that's going to be dangerous with vodka.
Yeah.
So you've added the vodka, or it's got vodka?
Yeah,
already?
I've added the vodka. Yeah.
I was going to say, because I can taste alcohol no matter what type I drink. I can taste it in it, and that puts me off the more. So, but the fruit salads I loved, but I'd be able to taste the vodka in it.
Oddly, I don't mind vodka, so it's not normally my tipple, but I had a bit left. I wanted rid of it.
Okay. We determined that it's there, isn't it?
I think she's going to have to give me a bit more than Boston, other side of the country. Like, she needs to give me more intel on that.
Yeah. God, she's lying to you. And then immediately, as she kind of says that, thread icon flashes and the message comes over. She's trying to contact somebody, attempting to intercept message. Stand by.
It isn't going to work, I tell her.
What's not going to work?
You know what's not going to work. You better not fuck up, Threadreaper. Gonna make me look like a chump.
I don't know what you mean by it's not going to work.
I just kind of raise an eyebrow. I might not know what I'm doing with that kind of thing, but do you think I came without backup?
She kind of pauses and looks at you. Fuck.
As I said, it's no sweat for you in this situation. Give us the intel we need. You can back out. No harm, no foul. As I said, I like you. I think you've had some shitty luck, and I'm afraid it's just as shit tonight.
Look, it's been sold by a guy called Kerwin.
Kerwin.
Yeah. Kerwin.
Kerwin.
Kerwin Loomis. Yeah. He said he'd got this disc of lost Jet Black tracks, but he said this thing, it was old. It was really old. And it was more than music. He said it had resonance, but I don't know. Kerwin's a bit of an oddball at the best of times, but yeah, look, there's a couple of people interested. As I said, the bids are due in tonight. You might want to get to Kerwin before he sells it. Oh, he just asked me to send out anonymous emails. Said I was good for the job. I could keep 10% of anything, but look, I don't want to get on the wrong side of some corpo dude that's able to hire. And she kind of looks at you, each of you. No harm, no foul. Yeah.
As long as your intel's good.
Where is Kerwin?
Coda Bar.
Coda Bar.
Or a bar called the Coda.
The Coda.
Ah.
Yeah. He's got the disc there.
Any other intel about the buyers? Sorry.
They're all anonymous, but the number is now close to 1 million.
Yeah, I figured it would be at least 6 figures.
They said it was worth 7.
7 figures. Yeah.
And then she kind of pauses for a second and kind of goes vague, and she goes, "Well, 1.3. That would have been a nice payday." Fuck.
Yeah. Wish I was getting that for this score. I'll tell you that. I know you don't need any advice. You've been in the game long enough, but if it looks too good, there's a reason. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted getting some really annoying work questions.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Thread icon flashes up again in the group chat and he says, "Get the fuck out of there. This has just come through." And he sends you a message that says, "Song lines are open. Some doors should stay closed."
Okay, so we need to secure this. Okay. Look, I gotta bounce. I'm covering the tab. I hope I don't have to see you again, or if I do, we're working on the same team, right?
She kind of looks at you and nods. Crashbone's kind of been sat passively and kind of looking around. He looks at Smithin and he kind of raises an eyebrow.
I'll just nod at him.
I like the way you work. If ever you need a technomancer, look me up.
I will do
Right,
Crash.
I will cover the barbell with a smile glued on my face.
Probably it's probably about 300 new yen.
Fuck. Okay, I'll cover that barbell. That's killing me, guys.
Well, no, that's coming out of the
Yeah.
fee.
It'll have to, because
Because that's a lot of money.
get over half my
Yeah.
remaining funds, guys.
Oh, my code of honor, everyone gets equal shares, so it's got to come out of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cover off the barbell. So what, 300 yen?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you keep track of how much you've actually spent on behalf of this type of thing, and knock it off, and then split it at the end.
Sorry, got a rather actually worth more than this deal. But coming in and sorted on Fridays, Wednesday, in fact. Sorry, yeah.
No worries. All right.
So
What are you doing?
Getting out of there.
Okay, you head out into
a confident but swift exit.
Yeah, you head out into the street. As you do so, you ping a message over to Thread, who does seem to be online, and you simply says "Coda bar?" And after as you kind of get to the van and you kind of undo the door, you climb into the van, an address comes up. 128 East Canyon Run.
You know where that is? Is it far type of thing, or?
As you kind of punch it into your comms and stuff for directions, it's in Pulley Up, but it's in Tarislar, also known as Little Tier. It's right on the edge of an elven enclave.
Okay. You'll notice that River doesn't look incredibly pleased about that.
You're muted.
I was, or
Eddie was.
Yeah,
okay.
It's my phone again. Can I do a memory check to see if I can cast my mind back to anything that I might have heard about the Coda bar?
Do you have drinking establishments or anything like that? What are your random professional? Seattle bars. Give me a Seattle bars roll. So it is going to be double the pool. So 6. Actually, no. Give me intuition plus Seattle bars. Which is oh no, you don't have Seattle bars, do you? That's Thread Reaper. Shit, I'm looking at Thread's character sheet. All right, let's have a look at your knowledge skills. Gangs of Seattle, places to sleep and getting work, cleaning. You are a cleaner. No, you've never heard of Coda Bar. You would have no reason to go into an elven enclave. So no, you do not know anything about it.
Okay, I'll pop the address in the sat nav then.
All right. It's going to be about 20, 25 minutes. By the time you get there, you'll be looking at about 10:30 to 10:40 p.m.
Can we do a quick search for Kerwin Loomis, see any pictures of him, so we know what it looks like? Any social media presence?
Reaper might have been running that for us, maybe, while we're traveling.
Yeah, Reaper can be doing that.
Going to use and abuse Sorrow while he's not here. He looks like he's having a decent gig anyway.
Why is he posting pictures?
He posted something at 7 o'clock in the chat, actually on this channel.
Okay. Thread Reaper. So as you're driving, you're probably about 10 minutes out when you get a picture of a young orc. And he says, not sure if this is coincidence, but this is Loomis Kerwin was Jet Black's saxophone player.
But he's a young orc.
It's a picture of
Oh,
Kerwin Lewis
yeah.
with a saxophone as part of a band lineup with Jet Black.
How old would he be now? Is this one using his name, for example?
You are looking at potentially...
About 80 years old?
No, not quite that old. In his 50s or 60s, which, Smithin, you would know, is very, very rare for an orc. Most orcs have a 35 to 45 year lifespan. Because they age faster.
As I now change my race.
Oh, you think you're going to last that long in this business?
That's true.
So chronologically speaking, according to the picture that Reaper sends you with a small bio, it suggested he was about 20, 21 years old when the photo was taken. So that means he is now most likely in his mid-40s chronologically, which would mean that he is effectively geriatric.
It's a good chance someone's using his name as a pseudonym rather than him actually selling it then.
Never know, maybe saved up for a care home.
Maybe he's that old and a geriatric. What the hell does he want the money?
Maybe this is dangerous and he just doesn't give a shit anymore. What was the message that Thread Reaper sent to us? Something about things should remain hidden.
Oh, song lines are open. Some doors should stay closed.
Oh, I got it. Should remain closed. I put down a bit.
Kind of feels weird. That feels like
Sounds like a lyric.
something kind of wanted us to find this, and now it doesn't. Like, I'm a bit confused by that. Maybe it's just a lyric. Yeah.
Maybe the disc's got some. Well, they said this disc's got something else on it. Maybe it's a virus or something that's once it's played, it'll replicate, or some information will get out that they don't want to get out.
Yeah, I kind of thought the disc had more about maybe had the encryption keys to something.
Could be.
Okay. Either way, we've got a job. We need to recover this disc if we can. Let's get going.
All right. You arrive literally on the edge of the Elven Enclave. It's probably not quite in the Elven Enclave, but it's close enough that probably cross the street and you would technically be in the Enclave to the Coda Bar.
You'll notice that River looks a little more tense than her normal, fairly relaxed kind of style. She seems to be kind of a little twitchy.
I think we should know.
Don't worry, River, we've got this.
We need to watch out for.
Nah, just, old haunts, I guess.
The bar itself has an old style sort of neon tubing sign that says Coda, followed by an image of the last note of a lost composition. So Coda means the last note of a lost composition. So it's kind of like got a notation at the end as well. The bar has several kind of cars, a couple of bikes parked outside. There is you can hear kind of metal blasting out from inside.
So the right style of music, right? So.
Yeah.
we tell the type of clientele looking at the vehicles? Like, are they expensive vehicles or?
No, they are typical vehicles for the barons. Who drives them? You wouldn't be able to tell from that just by looking at them.
So it's more like a car version of a Viking bar.
Well,
Yeah.
there's cars and bikes. So
Is it like a dive bar type thing, or like a little bit better than that?
It's not much better than a dive bar.
It's a sticky floored metal bar. Sweet, my favourite.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just remember to wipe your feet on the way out.
Yeah, I don't know whether we want a quick swift look around before we head in.
Any door stuff?
No door stuff. No door stuff.
My kind of place.
Not that kind of place.
yeah, have a quick look around. Any security type thing like cameras, watching around, anything that's.
Surprisingly, there is no camera on the front of the building. In that sense, it seems a little, well, probably fairly common for the barons. You know, personal security is not the most amazing thing here.
Fairly intentional, perhaps, as well?
Also fairly intentional, yeah.
Any. Yeah, I've got one of my few knowledge things is street gangs. Any known to hang around this area?
What is your street gang value?
4.
Double it. Roll that many dice as the pool, please.
Ooh, can I do the same thing with mine, please?
You absolutely can.
Thank you.
I've clicked on street gangs. It's given me a pool. I assume it's done it for me, has it? Oh no!
Yes.
What street gang was thingy?
Street gangs probably kicking is tied to intuition, so make it a mental intuition. So it's not double, it's just the pool is street gangs plus intuition, limited by your mental.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah,
that's restricted by 3.
No, it's just maximum successes, so don't worry about
that. Public
or your limit's not on dice, it's limit on the maximum successes you can get.
Okay, I'll do that in that case then.
Blind GM again?
Blind GM's fine, yep.
Well, my street gang is 6, but I'm only getting 9 dice in the pool. Should I be 12?
3?
What's your intuition?
Oh, yes, 6. Yes, sorry, it's 3. You're right. I won't really get to my first roll, please.
Okay. So you've got the same score as me, but my street gangs is lower, but my intuition is high.
Okay. A couple of things jumps out at you. There are 3 elves kind of lounging nonchalantly against kind of a low wall across the way, which would put them just on the boundary and inside the boundary of the elven enclave. They seem to be wearing scarves physically, and if you and their AR, which they are broadcasting, seems to show a face with a veil over it, and the 3 of them each have a moth on the veil. You would recognize them as the Velvet Shroud.
Dangerous.
The other thing that you see, a couple of bumper stickers on a couple of the cars. Those bumper stickers they're an odd. It's an odd image. It's like a man, like a a figure, nondescript figure, holding up what looks like a trash can, like a dustbin. And you recognize that as the iconography for a gang known as the Trashers.
Are they on friendly terms?
The two gangs, let's have a look. What did we get success-wise? Cuscard, you would know the two gangs are not on friendly terms. What you would know about the Velvet Shroud is that they're into all kinds of purification. And by that, what I mean is they... purification in the sense of elves are more superior than anything else. They're mostly an extortion-based gang. The Trashers are a mixture of typically a mixture of human and orc gangers that have a penchant towards peddling BTLs.
Don't like that.
Would either of these be interested in this type of disc, or like are they buyers or
Unlikely, but not impossible if they know it's available and worth a lot of money. I mean, what gang wouldn't want to be able to get hold of something that they could sell for 1.3 to 1.5 million new yen, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
They could be hired muscle as well. If this guy is an orc, he could be hired with the Trashers.
Well, let's go in there. Because clearly they're over there. There's not going to be any problem for us at the moment.
Okay.
Just saying, it could be a little bit volatile here. So,
Did
you guys bring anything? Any hardware?
I've just got my cane.
I got my pistol.
Which you should be all know when I push a button, it flips into my bow.
I don't think it's I walked in with my assault rifle. That's my other weapon.
Well, why don't you wait outside and then we can use you as or whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm not waiting outside. I'll figure something out. Don't you worry. I can look after myself.
Just stay behind me if need be.
I was gonna say stand behind us.
Don't you worry. I'll use you as a bullet shield the first chance I get.
We're all picking you up. I get knocked out by a chuffing elf in the first round.
Yeah. I was just thinking, stand behind me, but most of my defense is trying to dodge the bullets, so that's not going to help if you stand behind.
We're not getting in an elf bar, so it won't be the first shots.
Well, first thing I'll do before I go in there, I'll be activating my shield.
Shields up.
Shields.
Divert all energy to them.
Yeah, so the energy shield just appears around you, humming.
So I've got that going, and then where's this stuff?
You have a shield?
So I've got my mystic arm, sorry. It's not a shield, mystic arm, I said anything. Which is
that's always on, isn't it? Yeah.
It's always on. I've got critical strike on, I've got my ability boost strength on as well.
Calm down, we're just going in for a chat.
Yeah.
All I've done is turn on the smart
and I've got a cannon under my arm and with a lighter ready to light it.
Is that all you've done?
I've got a can of antiperspirant and a lighter.
Yeah, I've got some ibuprofen.
Hey, you can actually use a spray can and a lighter. It does 4 lethal.
I did destroy a carpet trying to kill a spider with that. Doing it that way. Yeah. If I didn't get it, I would have burned down the house.
There's not going to be a fight. It's fine. I'm going to go in there. It's going to be no problem. Let's mosey.
Let's choose out the next map that appears.
You'll notice that River is kind of sticking between Cuskard and Tiffin, trying to look a little nondescript.
Okay.
All the signage my van has gone, by the way. Take the signage off my van.
All the signage is off your van. Okay. You push your way inside. As you do so, the music that sounded thumping from the outside seems to shift subtly to a more rock jazz.
Hope there's no jazz flute.
There will be.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
man, groovy.
Looking inside, a number of humans and orcs kind of lounge around the place, giving the sense, that several people play pool. It's very much kind of like a old school pool bar with a number of booths and whatnot kind of scattered around with, in the center of the bar, a number of pool tables where there is a mixture of human and orcs, all kind of enjoying a game with a few beers. As you kind of push open the door, a number of people kind of pause and look at you.
Hey, look, my face don't fit around here. Maybe you guys should do the talking.
Yeah, there is definitely no elves in here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got your fake
Definitely.
human ears?
No, I don't.
Elves.
I'm going to look around.
Yeah, they're big monkey ones.
Yeah.
Look around the bar. Are there any elderly-looking orcs in here?
Geriatric orc in the corner. I think that's our guy.
I'm aiming for a booth.
Funny you should say that, but the person behind the bar is a rather geriatric-looking orc. He is about 2.2 meters high, would once have been very broad shoulders, though while still kind of retaining some of that broad shoulders of an orc. His grey tinted tusks, his very leathery skin seems to kind of underline the the fact that he's now an old orc, likely coming towards the end of his natural life.
So wastage.
You notice in the part darkness of the bar, all around the walls and lots of neon signs, a number of them kind of seem to be kind of neon lit representations of old jet black album covers, but you can see that his eyes glow this kind of silver white color as he kind of moves his head to clock you. But at the same time, there's this kind of as you kind of, when you get close to him, you will hear a sort of a mechanical rasp about his breathing. He looks up at you and sort of fairly soft-spoken voice, Seattle drawl, but definitely kind of a hint of jazz about the way he speaks. Good evening. Don't get many elves in here. Orcs, humans, not so many of those folks. Still, we don't turn anybody away. What can I get you all?
My treat, guys, just what whiskey?
Yeah.
I won't say no, and appreciate you taking the I can't remember the right word. The more neutral kind of approach to elves. I'm not with the guys over the street.
They wished I was with them, I have to say. They keep on coming. We keep saying no.
Bless them.
Still.
So two whiskies, please, and a water for me, please.
Ash and Amber or Old World Pour?
Oh, Ash and Amber, please.
Well, if you look at the AR menu, Ash and Amber is basically listed as bar blend Scotch smoked with soy ash. It's 15 new yen a shot. Old World Pour is a traditional 2-finger pour of a limited real single malt, but it's 120 new yen a drink.
Two of those.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
And the kind of the old orc kind of looks at you and smiles.
I go, hey, cheap shit for me, okay? I don't want to drink none of your good stuff.
Well, Ash and Amber, an Old World Pour for you then, yeah? And he pulls out a kind of an old bottle in a brown paper bag, and he kind of pours it, and he literally sticks his 2 fingers in it to measure.
I will knock it back and says,
No, that's the Old World Pour. And then for you, he basically gets this other bottle that's just some kind of generic kind of bar blend Scotch, and he pours it in, and then he pulls out this kind of thickish liquid like stuff, which he kind of taps 3 or 4 in, pulls out a dirty spoon, which he kind of then uses to stir it, clinks it against the glass, and pushes it over to you. And you, he says, looking at us good.
Sorry.
I thought Cuscud was drinking the whiskey and Tiffin was ordered water.
Water.
Oh, is that the way round? Oh, okay. I didn't. Apologies. Yeah.
Mind and body pure.
Looks pure enough to me. So down the shot. It's good.
I'll try the shot and see whether or not I fall over.
Really nice. It is.
Just enjoy the taste.
The Old World Pour. Yeah, I mean, this is proper, good, solid, single malt Scotch. Very, very nice. And as you kind of look at the menu in AR, the menu item, the icon for the Old World Pour is this bottle that's just slowly pouring itself into a crystalline glass with a square of ice in the bottom. Whereas yours is recycled glass, leaves a faint ozone scent, smoky house blend of soy whiskey and real wood ash. It is everything it says it would be in taste.
Actually, I quite enjoy it.
Okay, you enjoy it.
It's actually pretty good. I could get used to this.
Knife and fork.
Food. Kitchen closes in 30. Do you want any food?
Not really.
No, we're here on business, to be fair. I'm guessing you're Kerwin?
Mm-hmm. I am.
I believe then...
we're just like, shit, straight to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, it's like that.
But I don't think they paid it yet, so we're all right.
Oh dear.
I believe you're holding something that belongs to our employer.
That's so.
Indeed.
What might that be then?
Oh, I think you know, Kerwin. I don't want to be come off wrong in your establishment. It's a quite little place here.
How busy is this place?
Oh, there's about 6 or 7 people in here.
What would be a few?
I think there's about 600 or 700 orcs.
How many orcs?
4 orcs, 3 humans.
Oh, Tiff can knock those 4 out. That's fine. We'll take the other 3.
Okay. All right. He looks at you and sort of he says, "Just like that, then, is it? Which corpo sent you?"
The owner.
His eyes kind of widen for a second, and then he sort of, well, bound to happen, wasn't it?
Problem is, what's going through River's head at the moment is this was maybe going to pay for some kind of rejuve treatment that he wanted, or something like that. Because he's got nothing to lose at this point. Is kind of what I was.
That's I was thinking retirement home. He's going to set it for the rest of his life to be having that change stuff.
Suppose you'll be wanting it then, yeah?
I think that would be wise for all of us.
The disc, not the shotgun he's got on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the optical disc.
Okay.
I'm looking around to see if anyone's reacting to any cues that he might be giving off.
Well, funny you should say that.
It's a big neon sign at the back that's flashing red.
But several, in fact, all 7 or so of the...
I'm keeping particular eye on the jazz flutist.
Yes.
Anyone who's confident enough to be headlining as a jazz flutist is dangerous.
Groovy.
Okay, so we're not going to run the fight tonight, but there is a fight coming. Let me just get you. Let me get you to the fight.
And you should let River do the talking.
For the sake
You're
of
probably
argument,
better at talking than I am, which is why I don't talk.
For the sake of arguments, this figure here for now is.
I can't see anything. It's all black.
It's black.
It's all black.
It's dark.
Because you don't have vision enabled.
Paint it black.
Is that even worse?
I can see my token now.
Go change.
I see a red light and I want it to be black. I'll fix this in a second. Give me a second.
Cool.
Yeah, I can see it.
As I see it turning kind of side like south, I kind of just give a glance at the barkeeper and say, "Shit, and that whiskey was half good."
Yeah.
Well, Cohen is the barkeep, isn't he?
Yeah.
There we go.
Lovely.
Lots of people.
At that point, so sorry, I am procrastinating just a little bit, just to sort tokens and stuff out. Where you're supposed to have this fight makes zero sense to me, so we're doing it in the bar. Yeah, so basically, as you kind of do this, he sort of goes, oh, "Fuck, I suppose you'd be wanting that disc then." And without really waiting for you to answer him, he will head through the door there. As he gets to the door, he kind of sticks his head out and whistles, at which point the protagonists, the gang members in the bar, suddenly either pull pool cues out or knives or think... Double checking. Yeah, pool cues, knives. Apart from this guy here,
Who has a Remington room sweeper.
He's got a cybernetic eye or something.
Yeah, who immediately seems to flick his arms out and a machine pistol seems to appear out of his arm, and he just kind of grips his fist and starts waving it towards you. And they kind of go, "Now then, suggest you leave here and don't come back. The boss isn't interested in doing business with you, so fuck off."
I mean, that was quite a long monologue.
At that point, the door opens and Threadreaper walks in, breaking that very second or two of tension. And then
if
we
he
go.
doesn't have a fucking Tommy gun, I'm going to be really annoyed.
What does he have? He might not. Sorensen might kill me for putting him there, but he's just coming in through the door. He's going to have a Flechetti Security 600 in his hands.
I suppose it doesn't advance the door, put through it.
Or maybe a Streetline special. I don't know. Sorensen can say what he walks in with. We will call it there next week, because I want to walk slowly through a combat fight, and it's kind of 10 o'clock. So, and let's get Sorensen here as well, so we can all go through the combat together. But yeah, we're going to start next week with Roll for Initiative. We'll go through the initiative process. We'll go through the combat process. We'll take it slow and steady, so you guys get a feel for how fighting works. Loomis is not going to participate in the fight unless you go and try and beat the shit out of him, of course. He's going to go cower in his back office. Yes. And that is how we will run the fight.
Okay.
I was going to ask Kath to go chase him down. But I think we need you here now.
If it had started and he was still in the bar, I was going to draw the gun and just point it at his head and tell all the others to stand down. But
that's why he's not.
Yeah,
that's why he's not. Yes, he's just not that stupid.
If this gets messy, remember that really good whiskey.
Yep. So if you miss any shots at the bar, it's probably in one of these cabinets here somewhere. So.
No, we're shooting the opposite direction intentionally.
Yeah. Bar can be used for cover, remember? Stalls can be used for cover. Most of these guys are melee armed. Obviously, there is the one boss with a machine pistol in his cyberware.
Is that his first one there? The pool table.
Yes. Yeah. So it's entirely up to you how you react. Whether you wish to I'm
probably going to get painted and claret up and down the bar.
Yeah.
Well, the one with the machine pistol, I'm hoping to take out instantly and just fill him full of bullets and see what.
I think walking up to my no weapons good. Look, hey, sorry, we'll be on our way. Then stunned loving him.
Giving him the gloving.
Yeah.
Let's spend that initiative, see what happens.
An orc handy.
Indeed.
I wish I brought my assault rifle now.
I probably ought to mess around for a bit trying to make sure sheets are all working.
Yeah.
One thing I've only recently noticed, that most of the things are in yellow. When you click on them and go to edit, there's a mark imported item reviewed. Does that make a difference